heat strips fixed. Well, not fixed. I got a new one, and it was worth it. It was $90 with tax on Amazon. I think it was 83 something plus tax. And the part number was tricky. Inside my air conditioner, when I had the covers off on the inside, I noticed, I took a picture of the model number, and it's 47 blah blah blah. In looking for heat strips on various sites, I noticed they had the one that looked like mine, like the one I just showed. The model number was 47XXX. They also had a 48XXX. It did not look exactly like this one. And so that made sense to me. 47XXX goes along with unit 47 blah blah blah. And it did indeed. Now, it came with extra parts because this is a retro kit I had to buy. And that's why it was $83 instead of about 70 or 73. It came with control knobs, which some of the older units have on them. I've seen them. And it came with a bracket, just like the one this one's mounted to up inside of the unit. So if somebody has a Coleman Mach 8 and they don't have a heat strip in it, they can buy the heat strip with the kit, and it comes with everything you need. The only thing you need to take that unit apart in the ceiling, you need a number 2 square drive bit, one that's not just a little short stubby one. You need one that's like 1.5 inches long. And if you're going to put it in a drill or driver, no problem. But the screws are recessed up in there. So the procedure to replace one of these, and I ordered mine on, I dawdled around about it for a couple of days. And I think I ordered mine on, Tuesday night, and it's Thursday now, and it came about 4:30. One of my subscribers made a great suggestion, which I did not use, but it was my backup plan. His suggestion was maybe have a local electrician check it out, because I didn't know for sure it was the heat strip itself. And I had that option. I have a neighbor who's an electrician, but I'd already pulled this old one out, and I thought, well, he could probably check it for, I believe, what they call continuity by putting leads into the 2 contact holes in the plug. But I don't know if that's going to tell the whole story on whether it's good or bad. And I really didn't want to call him over here to look up in my ceiling and go through all that, because he's a nice guy, and he would do it for nothing. But once he puts its tool belt on, it might get expensive. And I figured $90 was a gamble I was willing to take. Now, one thing, I'll tell you 2 things about these heat strips. This coiled looking part, which is, I guess, the heat strip. To me, it looks more like a heat coil. But actually, they're ribs. They're not coils. Those things are copper, and they're bright when you get a new one. This one, they've turned gray. That's one thing. Thing number 2, even with my old one, when I was, troubleshooting, figuring out whether to take it out, if you don't have the heat turned on and then you turn it on, mine would get hot. It just wouldn't stay hot. But I had this thing taken apart so I could reach my hand up in there. I could see the coil or the ribs and everything on the heat strip. I turned it on about within 15 seconds. I thought, I'll just stick my finger up there and touch one of those little ribs and see if it's warm. And that thing was intensely hot. I mean, luckily I was in a position to pull my finger away. I'll never do that again unless you could do it kind of like an iron, a hot iron. You would wet your finger and touch it, but don't stick your hand against that thing. And number two, it stays hot after it's blowing cold. It stays hot for probably a good 5 minutes. Super hot. Serious burns you could get from that, and they'd be shaped just like those ribs are on there. And they're kind of sharp too. Anyway, thanks for the suggestion. Keep that one in my back pocket. Sometimes I forget I have an electrician living right behind me. Didn't need him, thankfully. So, yeah, it's done. It works now. If tomorrow I got to work again. It's Friday. If I come out and this thing starts blowing cold, I'll do another video, and I'm not going to be happy about it. But I think I got it here because it cycled on and off. I've heard it do it a couple of times. So success, $90 solved it. But you know what? I'll remember that, and I'll enjoy it all the more because I did it and figured it out on my own. So, mission accomplished. Tommy Rants RV. Good night and stay warm.